From a suspect who literally drove over a patrol car or a driver who decided jumping out of a moving truck was a good idea to a trooper who went flying after pitting a truck, and many more. It was September 28, 2024, when a trooper was patrolling U.S. Highway 78 when a gray Dodge Ram goes flying past at 107 miles per hour in a 60 zone. He flips around, hits the lights, and gives chase, watching the Ram using the turning lane to pass other vehicles like it's his own personal express lane. The truck actually stops at a red light at Commerce Drive for just a split second, long enough to make you think this is over, then blows straight through it and keeps going west into a highly populated area.
B38, Commerce. 1037. The Arkansas 028, Union King 0, be a great Dashcam.
10-4, down 450, 53, 63, stay slow.
TBI. Roll over.
The Ram comes to rest upright and the trooper approaches, weapon drawn, to find Mr. Hotchkiss slumped over the steering wheel, not moving. The trooper moves in, confirms he's breathing, and waits for backup. Once other troopers arrive, they pull Hotchkiss out and get the cuffs on, and the smell of alcohol is immediate. A bottle of Beam's 8-Star whiskey is found right there in the truck. Jonesboro City, Light and Water assessed the broken utility pole at approximately $5,000 in damage on top of a parked vehicle with a burned hole in its roof. Mr. Hotchkiss walked away from all of that, facing stack of charges. On July 8, 2025, in Lee County, Florida, Trooper Jonathan Hernandez was parked on the median watching traffic when a silver Chevy Silverado comes flying past, weaving through lanes at an estimated 100 miles per hour. The trooper pulls out and the Silverado nearly rear-ends a pickup truck hauling a trailer before the driver flicks on his turn signal like he's about to pull over, then floors it. Sirens on dispatch notified, and this pursuit is officially running at 102 miles per hour through traffic. The suspect makes the bold decision to intentionally ram the trooper, leaving his patrol vehicle completely disabled on the side of the road. But the move costs him too. The front right tire is completely gone, and now he is out here on 3 tires, with hopes of escape fading faster than that rubber did. Because what he didn't account for is that disabling one trooper doesn't disable the radio. And right now, there are multiple units closing in on a truck that is running out of both tires and time. Suspect climbs from the driver's seat into the passenger seat, exits the vehicle, and Trooper Hernandez grabs him immediately, taking him straight to the ground in handcuffs. The smell of alcohol coming off Reardon is immediate and unmistakable, but the real plot twist comes at the hospital. During a CAT scan, medical staff informed the trooper that Reardon appears to have a bottle of pills hidden inside his rectum. His blood alcohol level comes back at 0.152, nearly double the legal limit. He was medically cleared and transported to Charlotte County Jail. It was April 10th, 2020, in Sebastian County, Arkansas, and Troop H Dispatch puts out the call that a black pickup is blowing through traffic lights, passing cars on the shoulder, and Sebastian County Sheriff's Office needs help. And this chase had already been running since 6 a.m., started by a Forest Service law enforcement officer, with county deputies piling in shortly after. By the time the trooper picks up a visual near Young Ridge Road, there are already 3 marked units behind this truck, and it is still going. Every time the trooper sets up, the pickup swerves lane to lane and at one point slams the brakes at over 90 miles per hour, trying to throw off the timing. At State Highway 10, the suspect is back on the outside shoulder passing cars like the road belongs to him. Trooper Ellis takes over primary and goes for the pit multiple times, but the suspect keeps blocking every single attempt with the same reckless aggression.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can, but I try to get up there.
14 is in the car at 1019.
A new trooper takes over primary, and unlike the 2 before him, he goes all in immediately. But it backfires badly. Instead of ending it, the aggression seems to fire the suspect up even more, and now the roads are significantly more packed than earlier in this pursuit, making every single move twice as dangerous as before. And the situation just went from bad to much worse.
It sounds like Sebastian is backing out and leaving it with 13 and 14. Temple, what's the 2448 on 31?
I don't have to do. Stop light. Traffic.
By this point, it was obvious to everyone involved that this pursuit had spiraled completely out of control a long time ago, and troopers simply could not keep watching. This suspect put every innocent person on that road in danger without doing something about it. They had to act, and they had to act now. Moments later, this chase takes a turn that nobody in that pursuit saw coming. And I can promise you, watching this unfold, you won't see it coming either.
Doesn't have a black strip.
It's a large black strip of oil. Get up there and get your stop. If you drive on the other side of the road, we need to get him stopped. I don't care if it's brake taking you. Just go and stop as soon as there's an opening on the highway. Just go and stop as soon as there's an opening on the highway. Get him stopped.
Okay, he's got him stopped, and then going ahead and start EMS.
The crash is absolutely devastating, the impact so violent that the trooper's own vehicle goes flying through the air before coming to rest in the ditch. The trooper survives but walks away with serious injuries after an impact that nobody should have walked away from at all. For the suspect, it was a different story, so he was pronounced dead right there on the scene. Another pursuit, another set of consequences that nobody can take back. Every bad decision made that morning led to this exact moment. And once again, it serves as a brutal reminder that no matter how fast you run the road, always has the final say. On May 12, 2023, in Ionia County, Michigan, trooper from the Lakeview Post moves in on a suspected stolen vehicle. The driver wants nothing to do with it and takes off immediately. Tire deflation attempts are made, but the 31-year-old from Sheridan keeps pushing into Kent County.
We're at 44 and Flanagan, continuing. Spike's hit, Spike's hit. Second attempt failed. He's got a flat front.
Black car, 2015.
Pull your vehicle over! Looks like rear is going flat now.
Clear building unit, pursuing. Third side flat, 2017.
With both front tires deflated, the suspect is fighting that steering wheel with everything he has, and the odds have shifted dramatically against him. But surrendering is clearly still not on the agenda. The troopers behind him know it's only a matter of time. Either those tires bring him down, or he makes one mistake too many and they will be ready the moment either one happens. In the meantime, he is still out there, causing absolute chaos on the road with complete disregard for everyone around him, buying himself seconds that are quickly running out.
Clear west of Ashland.
Looks like we might come into a stop on Wasabas. There's Sparks. Turning north on Wasabas Road.
Clear north on Wasabas Road. Where's my good?
Go to the west and then back to the north. We're clear, we're on cruise now.
Central 36. Let Kent know. Try to get some more spikes up. All right. Central, turning east on Wilkins.
The suspect turns onto terrain that is absolutely the last place you want to be, with deflated front tires. He probably thought it was a smart move, but that decision is about to teach him a very expensive lesson, because just minutes later, he hits the first intersection, and that is where everything falls apart.
Central 36. Looks like he wiped out on Conley and Elkins. We're down in the ravine trying to make contact.
I'm hurt real bad, sir.
Central 36, can you start EMS this way? You the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Why are you running?
I got so many warrants.
So?
Running.
Yeah. You able to you stay with him while I go grab my med bag?
The vehicle leaves the roadway, drops down the embankment, and slams into several trees, ejecting the driver on impact. What the trooper's entire deflation couldn't finish, the tree line did. He's airlifted by AeroMed to the hospital with serious injuries, while the trooper walks away without a scratch. Crash investigators from the Grand Rapids Post and 1st District headquarters take over the scene from there. A stolen vehicle, deflated tires, and a split-second loss of control that turned a chase into a medical emergency, and a driver who is lucky to still be alive to face the consequences of the decision he made that morning in Ionia County. It was February 15th, 2024, when a trooper on patrol runs a quick check on a white pickup truck after watching it make a reckless lane change. Registration comes back expired. He gets behind it, lights on, and the truck actually slows down at the intersection, giving every indication it's about to cooperate. Then the driver puts his foot down and takes off, turning an expired tag stop into a pursuit in a matter of seconds.
Take 5, Hot Springs. 930, westbound to 7. Hot Springs, copy.
10-4, we're getting county advised. Hot Springs, all units, are you copying?
Regions 10-4, headed away. Thanks, get out.
Hot Springs will be Texas, North Frank Victor, 9349, unit B, 93492.
Hot Springs, K5, that returns on a 2016 Toyota pickup flight. What's your mom working?
Coming up over 70. Hot Springs, I just pitted him out. He's in the median. He keeps running. Send an ambulance, send an ambulance.
No.
After the pit, the suspect jumps out of the moving truck, hitting the ground hard at speed. Ambulance is called immediately, and he is lying there unconscious on the roadway. He is rushed to the nearest hospital, and once he recovers well enough to be discharged, there is only one place he is going from that hospital bed: straight to the county jail. Something tells you that lying in that hospital, recovering from jumping out of a moving truck, gave him plenty of time to think about exactly where this all went wrong. On August 4th, 2023, in Beaumont, Texas, around 1 in the afternoon, and a man calls police after watching a stranger on a bicycle walk up to his work truck, parked on Tram Road, peer inside, and then just get in and drive away. The owner jumps in another vehicle and starts following eastbound on I-10, while Vidor Police Rose City and the Orange County Sheriff's Department all scramble to join in. Robert Tunnell, a 31-year-old who apparently saw a truck he liked, decided today was the day he was taking it, and now half of Southeast Texas law enforcement is behind him. suspect was all over interstate, swerving across multiple lanes, nearly taking out car after car, while fluid from the trailer sprays onto oncoming vehicles at over 90 miles per hour. The stolen truck and trailer keep pushing east, with multiple units behind it, and the original owner somewhere in the mix watching his own truck get destroyed in real time. The moment the suspect takes the exit, the trooper sees the opportunity and moves fast, getting ahead and positioning himself perfectly because he already knows this driver is coming right back to the interstate. Now he has the advantage, and all he has to do is cut off every possible route back through and let the other units do the rest. Guns drawn, K-9 unit on standby, and officers surround the vehicle demanding surrender. Tunnel is pulled out and placed on the hood of a police cruiser and cuffed right there on the highway, taken to the hospital for a checkup and then transported to Orange County Jail, facing unauthorized use of a motor vehicle in Jefferson County and evading arrest with a previous conviction in Orange County, which means this is not his first time making decisions like this. It was October 24th in Arkansas when Troop A Dispatch puts out an alert. A green Jeep Gladiator has just been stolen straight from a hospital parking lot off, and the woman behind the wheel may be armed because the owner left a firearm inside the vehicle. The Jeep is being tracked heading south on Interstate 530, and Trooper picks up a visual and Gillette Trail doing 85 miles per hour in a 60 zone. Lights and sirens go on, and the driver's response says everything. She looks in the mirror and slowly shakes her head.
Yep.
Rock up behind me. Coming up on 357 Road. Arkansas, Adam Victor Union, 63 Charles, ABU 636. Go ahead. 663.
Right now it's going to be 1063.
A6, 10-4.
I'll be 1037.
134.
TBI. Roll over. Roll over. Start 1016.
The Gladiator leaves the roadway rolls and overturns, coming to rest in the grass. When the trooper clears the vehicle, he finds Paige Chandrell Flood ejected and lying unresponsive in the weeds. No seatbelt at highway speed during a rollover, and the outcome was devastating. Medical arrives and Flood is rushed to nearby hospital, where she is later pronounced dead. On July 30th, 2025, in North Little Rock, Arkansas, Trooper Tyler Riles spots a white Ford F-250 drifting across the center line on Highway 107. He moves in for what looks like a straightforward stop, and the Ford actually pulls into the Hobby Lobby parking lot like it's gonna cooperate. Trooper David Calvert pulls in as secondary, and the moment the lights go on, Zachary Brinson turns that Ford around and tears out of the parking lot, running the red light straight into active turning traffic.
I'm with him, 1037.
Clear, clear, clear. Left on North Hills, left on North Hills.
Left on North Hill.
I'm behind you, we're going north on North Hills. Go to the parking lot. Looks like we're going to come back out of 107, be north on 107.
Park lot, north on 107.
Still north on 107, speed 60, light traffic. If you could, go ahead and notify Sherwood. Still north on 107, speeds 100, light traffic. He is swerving in and out.
Brinson is all over Highway 107, using turning lanes, opposing lanes, anything to avoid the congestion ahead of him, running red light after red light with complete disregard for every single person on that road. Past General Samuels Road, the highway narrows to 2 lanes, and Brinson starts passing on double yellows, around blind curves, and over hills in oncoming traffic.
Still northbound on 107, passing Jacksonville cut off speed, so he's monitored traffic. However, they are yielding. He's weaving in and out. If he could, notify county.
10-4.
Looks like Sherwood. Speed 90, light traffic. He's weaving in and out of traffic. 58 setting up 13 guy. North on 107, north of General Samuels. Speed gonna be 85.
10-4.
He just took one vehicle to run off the roadway. It's gonna be a gray.
Approaching the back gate of Little Rock Air Force Base at Arnold Drive, Brinson veers off the highway, narrowly missing a white Jeep Wrangler, exiting the base, and then crashes straight through a chain-link gate before slamming into a concrete barrier hard enough to bust the concrete and disable the truck completely.
Back out, Airport Station 107, Airport Station 107.
He jumps out and runs. Trooper Riles is right behind him, taser out. Brinson was transported to Baptist Medical Center complaining of back pain from the crash. After medical clearance, he was taken to Pulaski County Detention Center, where a post-prison transfer board warrant was already waiting for him on top of felony, fleeing on foot, reckless driving, criminal mischief, improper, lane change failure to maintain control, and leaving the scene of an accident. January 8, 2024, in Trotwood, Ohio, officers respond to a call that nobody wants to hear. A pedestrian has been intentionally run over by a truck at the Voyager Mobile Home Park. Officers arrive and spot the truck already fleeing the scene, and before anyone can even process what they just responded to, the driver turns and aims a loaded rifle directly at the responding officers. Whatever this started, as it just became something else entirely. And what happens next is something nobody on that radio call saw coming. The suspect is all over the road in that pickup truck and then opens fire on officers, making it crystal clear that this is not just a chase. With conventional pursuit tactics off the table, the officers regroup and come up with a plan. Get ahead of him, get into position, and have spike strips ready and waiting.
Looking back to
You need to know about what you just watched. James Michael Skirvin didn't snap randomly. He told his brother he wanted to die. He armed himself with a shotgun and a rifle, got in his truck, and intentionally ran over his own daughter, who was sitting on a bench outside their home. Then he waited for police to arrive with one goal in mind: suicide by cop. Everything you watched, the shooting at officers 3 separate times, the intentional crash, all of it was calculated. The cost of those 7 minutes was devastating. Officer Michael Richardson of the Trotwood Police Department was inside the vehicle Skirvin hit and suffered a traumatic brain injury among other serious injuries, forcing him into medical retirement. His daughter survived and was released from the hospital. He was sentenced to 58 to 63 and a half years in an Ohio state prison with an earliest release date of 2080, when he would be 113 years old. During his trial, he looked at the jury and said, "I led a law-abiding life for 54 years and ruined it in 7 minutes."